Welcome in Wednesday edition, Blue Sky Live here with you this morning. Chase Parham, Neal, McCready, Clark Ford Studio. As we look at some more college football content, make our way toward August 31st. The Rebels and the Furman Paladins will kick off Ole Miss's version of the 2024 season. Get those week 0 games the week before. Got game in Dublin, Ireland. Speaking of Georgia Tech kind of in the news for some NIL news this morning, agreeing to terms with an offensive lineman. It's going to make a good payday. We're going to look at some rankings, going to look at different stuff.
Shout out to, I criticize a lot of media, but shout out to Pete Nakos. In all seriousness, with On 3, he does a really good job covering the portal, covering recruiting, covering NIL, coming out with numbers and using terms that I respect. Agreed to terms.
Yeah.
I like that. I have a ton of respect for Nakos for doing that. It's not popular in our little corner of the media world. A lot of people not very comfortable with those words. That's what it is. Call it what it is. Kudos. I'm very critical of media, as you know.
Yeah.
So I'd like to issue some praise to Pete Nakos.
Yeah.
Good job.
Prep offensive lineman.
He is a high school offensive lineman,
Yes. Okay.
I can find more details.
No, it's okay. Georgia Tech's paying him $800,000 a year.
Yes,
an average of at least $800,000.
At least $800,000 a year. It's a 3-year contract.
Georgia Tech.
That's been the rumbling for a little while. Is that they have found some revenue streams that they're about to get.
They're committed a little bit.
They're about to get engaged.
Okay. So a good bit of football here today.
They have discovered. Not to interrupt.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
They have discovered what probably Ole Miss discovered. Is that there's a lot of people that aren't comfortable with the seedy, under-the-table stuff. Because let's face it, when you're taking your own money and sliding it under a table to pay for a high school football player, it's kind of creepy. But if you can do it above board and just own it, at least it makes it – I mean, you can still judge it if you want, but at least you're kind of owning it. It's not nearly as creepy. You're making a decision as to where you spend your money. In the same way, like, okay, well, I'm going to go on a vacation to X. I'm going to go to Disney World for 2 weeks. No, I'm going to go on an African safari, whatever the case may be. At least if it's above board, you're like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Okay. I mean, there are those who will think you're insane, but okay. To me, it's completely different than under the table, and they have found people who obviously agree with that because they have donors who are willing to give now to NIL that previously were like, no, I'm not going to put hundreds of thousands of dollars in a shoebox for you to hand to some kid. Nope.
And then there are some people that are only comfortable that way and don't want it public that they're doing it. And they want to go the other way. It's a fascinating mindset deal of like who's comfortable where and how and what that looks like and the whole deal.
I think the whole thing's very fascinating.
It's a glimpse into human
yes, psychology.
Yes.
But I do. Again, kudos to Nakos for writing it in those words. It needs to be written in those words.
I had some neighbors do like a 35-day African safari over the summer where they like stayed in tents for over a month. I have no interest. That's not one I would. That's not my.
No.
Not my cup of tea.
I like creature comforts.
You don't want to camp in the.
No, I mean, listen.
You would get no access to the outside world for like 2 weeks. You don't hate that.
No, but they might get access to a cobra.
You might.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's big fans of a lot of things. Like we cater to people who are fans of things. I'll tell you what I'm a fan. I'm a fan of air conditioning. I'm a big fan. I love air conditioning.
It's up there on the Mount Rushmore of inventions in your mind.
I openly pay for air conditioning. I have no problem paying for air conditioning. I support air conditioning. I would cheer for air conditioning.
I mean, air conditioning supports you.
It does.
And Southern Heating and Air.
It does. And when I have an air conditioning problem, I call the people at Comer. And I'll be honest, when they show up, I feel like cheering. Like when they came up and fixed the problem.
Well, I'm going to lead in a minute with somebody who we have tangible importance of maybe what he brings to the world and that he is in. Eric is one of those guys, too. When he pulls up, nobody goes, oh, damn, I hate to see you right now. No. Hey, come on in.
Yeah.
Would you like some lemonade while you fix this issue that we have?
Can I do anything for you? How you guys been? You good? Love those guys. I mean, I walk in, I'm like, yes, Comer's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no, I'm a cheerleader with them. I dare say that when it comes to air conditioning, I'm a homer.
One more note on that. Right after we pay a couple bills and tell you about our friends and family at Blue Skies. Blue Sky all over Mississippi. Craddock family can take care of you with Sweet Daddy's locations, rib, pulled pork, desserts, side items, and a plenty more. Lunch specials, $5.69, couple sides, bread, any size fountain drink, wherever you are in Mississippi. Got a Blue Sky nearby, so take advantage of all those things. You got the cheap fountain drink fill ups. You can even just keep the cup, keep filling those bad boys up wherever you are. Bottled water on these warm days. It is not fall yet. We still have August, still have warm days going on. So take advantage of those things with all Blue Sky locations throughout Mississippi, including the Oxford Exxon locally. And again, coming to you from the Clark Ford studio.
We are Clark Ford's in Amory, Mississippi. 662-257-1900 is that number. Call it. Ask for Corey Clark. Tell Corey what Ford product you're looking for. He'll send you a quote within 15 minutes in business hours, right to the bottom line. No hassle, no haggle. You get the quote, and then you can do what you want with it. I recommend that you take it. Hop into a Clark Ford. You'll love the product. You'll love the service. Corey and the people at Clark Ford, they want a long-term relationship with you. They want to be your car guy. They want to be your truck guy. They'll prove to you what that means when you make the call. 662-257-1900. Guests will join on the Campbell Clinic hotline. Fractures, sports injuries, complex spine and limb conditions. The pediatric orthopedic physicians at Campbell Clinic in Oxford are the only specialized pediatric orthopedic team in North Mississippi providing expert care for growing bodies. Visit campbellclinicoxford.com to schedule an appointment or call 901-759-3111.
Got to ask this last night because I had a little bit of I had a water issue. It was out.
You had an issue in that there was no water.
Yeah, there was no water. An area of town was hampered by no water because I think the third time in 12 days that a line has been.
I mean, it
has been hit.
You just dig. Just dig. If you hit a line, you hit a line.
No water or no power. What's worse? Water is better if it's short term for sure.
Yeah.
Because I can get by for a few hours, whatever. I mean, I had to use a little more bottled water than I would have otherwise, but otherwise it was all right. But it becomes power once any
quick
period of time kicks in.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about heating and air as we spoke.
It gets
we're talking about just a lot of things.
It's a lot.
But if it's cool outside, is it still power for after?
Just depends on how long.
Can't cook.
I'm a big fan of water as well.
When you have gas, depends on what you have.
I mean, I cheer for water.
Cheer for water.
I cheer for water. I'm a creature comfort guy. I have no problem admitting that.
Okay.
I mean, I'm good. Call me whatever you want to call me, but I'm a fan of the water working and air conditioning.
You're okay living in this era from that standpoint. All the
100%.
The societal advantages that we have from a technology standpoint.
Yeah. Do you want to go camping for 2 weeks in the heat? No, I do not.
I do not.
I mean, and if you want to, that's okay. I'm not going to be like, oh, you're an idiot. No, go for it. Like the people that do the Alaska Survivor show. No, I'm good. Nope.
What's like even going to the beach or the pool? I got to get in the water pretty often because I don't want to sit there and cook in the heat for 4 hours. Laying out, reading, whatever.
No, I mean,
gotta go get a little cooled off. Come back.
Yeah, I don't want to lay out on the. I'll lay on a raft and float around in the pool and drink a whatever. Sure, that's fun. But no, do I want to just sit there and bake? No, I'm good.
So I was reading this morning. It came from the Morning Brew, although it's all over the internet. Did you see what the stock market did after Starbucks stole Chipotle's CEO? Did you see this yesterday?
I did not.
All right. Brian Nickel is his name, I believe. Niccol. So if I'm mispronouncing it, I apologize to the Nickel family. Although I think he's doing perfectly fine here. This is when, not always do you know your worth. A lot of people think they're worth way more than they are. It's where the saying comes by, I'd love to buy you with what you're worth and sell you for what you think you're worth.
Yes.
But this guy has tangible proof of his worth. So Starbucks has taken the CEO from Chipotle. He'd been at Chipotle since 2018. And so that 6-year run ends. Starbucks stock pole vaulted 24.5% yesterday, a record one-day gain that netted the company $21.4 billion in value and erased its year-to-date losses. It hadn't spent a day in the green since February.
Okay.
And went up 24%. Meanwhile, Chipotle logged the biggest decline in the S&P 500, dropping 7.5%. yesterday with this cat leaving.
How about that?
He, apparently it says
He's the
that-
Patrick Mahomes of that industry.
So he, it says, in addition to masterminding Taco Bell's Live Moss era, he rescued Chipotle from its post-E. coli sales slump and expanded online ordering before the pandemic.
Post-E. coli
That's what it
sales
says.
slump.
Before the pandemic, which helped grow the company's market value from $8.9 billion in 2018 to $76.5 billion
At Chipotle.
as of Monday. Despite
Wow.
price increases, Chipotle has had better sales growth in recent quarters than any other chain restaurant, including Starbucks.
Wow.
Yeah. Starbucks sales had fallen 2% in the U.S. and 14% in China the last quarter. China is their number 2 market.
Yeah.
So that guy got up this morning and went,
That's what I'm
right
worth.
there. There is proof of my value right there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Wow.
But they're paying him a damn fortune.
Well, after yesterday, I would think so. Yeah, I would hope so. If not, he's renegotiating his deal right now.
He came in and went, hold on. One day, 24%. Billions of dollars right there. Bottom line, because
You a Chipotle person at all?
I like that type of food.
Yeah.
I love fast casual, Tex-Mex, Mexican, whatever you want to call that. But I'm indifferent on Chipotle versus other brands. I think I like South Depot more than Chipotle in town.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think I know.
Yeah.
I liked Moe's back in the day when you'd have a Moe's. Yeah, I'm pretty equal opportunity from those, but I'm definitely South Depot over Chipotle in Oxford.
I still like Moe's. There's a Moe's in Conway, Arkansas that Laura and I sometimes stop at on the way up or back. I like Moe's. I don't hate Chipotle, but it's not my favorite. You know the one that's good is Tacos for Life.
Never heard of it.
They've got it in
Where's it at?
there's one in Jackson, Tennessee. If you ever go to Nashville, it's like on the way, right there off the interstate. If you're in
So it's a local version of this. What we're talking about?
no,
Or is it a chain?
I think it's a chain because I've seen it in Fayetteville.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm sure it's in a lot of places. It's
Okay.
not just that would be an odd pairing. Only Fayetteville and Jackson, Tennessee. So it must be elsewhere as well, but it's pretty good.
Tacos for Life.
Tacos for Life.
Okay. No, I don't know that one.
It's with the tacos and the number 4 and then the word life.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, Collierville is our closest one.
Oh, okay.
So there's one in Collierville.
Yeah.
There's a bunch. There's like 7 in Arkansas, 8, 9, 10 in Arkansas, 11, 12, 13 in Arkansas, 1 in Kansas, 5 in Missouri, 5 in North Carolina, 2 in Oklahoma, 3 in Tennessee, 2 in Texas, and 1 in Virginia.
There you go.
That's their
I would have,
footprint.
like I said, I would have thought that would have been an odd, just two franchise pairing.
Tennessee has them in Brentwood, Collierville, and Jackson. 3
It's good.
locations. So
It's
for
good.
our Memphis and Nashville listeners, which are typically 2 of our top 5 markets, you have a Tacos for Life.
I mean, super affordable. You can go have a $10 lunch.
$10, that's just cheap.
I mean,
It's more expensive than a month
More
with us, but it is still very cheap when you have.
yeah. I saw where today was like the 100-year anniversary of Calvin Coolidge getting a nomination, and I thought to myself, and when Coolidge was elected, Rivals was still $9.95 a month.
Magic Johnson turned 65 today. Is
Wow,
that one getting you? Is that one for you right there?
that's a sobering one.
Yeah, Magic 65 today.
I mean, I vividly remember the 1979 national title game. Totally serious.
How old were you?
9.
Okay. Yeah, that's about right.
Magic and Bird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Everybody talked about it.
I am going to exclusively sports talk in a second. Before I do that, I'll mix business and sports into one. So the Dallas Cowboys also reading this morning. Haven't made a Super Bowl 28 years. We're aware of that. Jerry Jones, however, is been famed and known. 1989, he bought the team for $150 million. They're now the first pro sports franchise to be worth more than $10 billion per Sportico.
Wow.
Here this week. If you shade $52 million off their valuation for every one of the 48 points they gave up in the playoffs last year, they'd still be the most valuable franchise in the NFL. The regular season specialist generated $1.2 billion in revenue in 2023 alone, 50% more than the number 2 Los Angeles Rams, and a world record for one season. The average NFL team is now worth nearly $6 billion, up 15% from last year.
Good time to be an NFL owner.
You made 50% more than the number 2 team made last year.
Yeah.
Which most people would not guess the LA Rams.
No, I wouldn't have guessed Rams. I would have.
And now you think no big market. You would have said Patriots, Bear, like LA, I mean, it's going to be LA, Chicago, whatever, but Giants, I mean.
Yeah. No, I mean, the Cowboys have a massive international fan base.
Yeah, it's crazy numbers.
Yeah. How about them Cowboys?
It's true. I mean, Luke says, in fact, Magic 65 is a testament to modern medicine. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Mark's exactly right. Now you know why Goodell makes what he makes, because all they care about is whatever, and they go, hey, take all the bullets and keep raising the price, like raising the value.
Of course. Absolutely.
They love that man.
Well, if you're an NFL owner, why would you not? You'd want Goodell to stay forever. He does exactly what you want him to do. He's the front man when something's bad.
And just keeps that pocketbook rolling.
He handles the stuff, and all the contracts keep rolling. I mean, yeah.
Considering the difficulty of the job, handles the union, the player association pretty well.
Extremely well. Again, man, it's why if you're modeling anything, the college game doesn't have to look far. If the Big Ten SEC breakaway thing is ever going to happen, you don't have to look far for a model. It's right there. Fly up to New York and sit down with Roger for a couple of days.
You'd be happy for fans to boo you on draft night for $64 million annually.
You can do anything.
They could just boo and boo and boo and boo and boo.
$64 million. Oh yeah, whatever. Sign me up. I'd be smiling doing what he does. Like, bring it.
Yeah, a quick Google search tells me Goodell's salary is $63.9 million annually.
I could live on it. I could do it.
Could live on it.
Easy. So easy. You can give me $63.9 million right now, and I could just walk away. I'd be perfectly fine.
Front Office Sports in October of 23 said he's on track for an extension and $700 million in career earnings.
I mean, wow. It's obscene, but at the same time,
well, it's like the CEO thing.
Yeah.
Like,
you're running a business that is absolutely thriving. You're at the top of it,
and it's very volatile. Like a CEO, like the shareholders will get rid of your ass quick too. I mean,
sure. Well, if the NFL,
because the last Starbucks CEO was there 18 months. Hey, peace.
All right. Well, as I say this, I'm criticizing my own daughters. Let me be clear. I don't get the Starbucks thing. I'll be honest, I don't get it. Like, I've had this conversation, like Caroline, my middle child, extremely successful kid. Okay, I mean, never caused a problem. I mean, just really in her entire 20-something years has done one stupid thing. And yet, I help her with her Discover bill. And I'll look at her Discover statement. And it's coffee. It's just coffee. It's like $9. She was on the phone.
What's her order?
I don't even know. It's a latte, something or another, whatever.
Can you ask her?
Not right this moment. Okay. There. It's Rush. You can relate to Rush. Come on. It's sisterhood round.
I get
come on. Go. We got to focus. I mean, prep is just 2 nights away. It's serious time. But like, she was on the phone with me the other day, and she's going through the drive-thru, and I heard the voice, the intercom voice. It's like, that'll be $8.79 or whatever. And I'm like, what'd you get? And she's like, I got a lot. I'm like, you do this every day? Well, no wonder you have no money. I don't get it. Like, Campbell was driving through the other day. She ordered from Starbucks a medicine ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the honey thing.
Yeah, and it was like $9 or whatever. That's insanity.
Is it because the familiarity and the ease, and then it's everywhere? Because nobody's choosing their coffee. So why is it there versus somewhere like the local play? It is just because it's so known and the logo and the whole deal, right?
I mean, I guess so.
I mean, creature habits and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I appreciate a nice cup of coffee. I mean, we're debating the whole Nespresso machine thing right now. I love an espresso.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
I mean, I want to make fun, but I have since making that switch, I think I have brewed 2 pots of drip coffee
Yeah.
in 18 months.
Yeah. I know. Oh, I know.
I think.
I know.
Now the pods are obscene, and
I know.
it will. But
I'm not judging
Yeah, I
completely.
know.
I'm simply saying I don't get.
So it is a version of that.
It is.
but-
I don't understand it. Like $9 for a.
And I do think Ryan makes a good point. It's some of the fact is it's the same menu everywhere you go. You just know, like,
you know
it's
what
just,
to get. Yeah, sure.
I'm going to get the egg bites, and I'm going to do the thing, and I know what's going on. I think it's habit. I think it's ease. It's routine. It's.
I mean, everybody spends stupid stuff on other stupid.
yeah.
I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying. That's the one I've never really gotten. Like, I've never gone into a Starbucks, and I've had Starbucks a few times. I've never gone to Starbucks and gone, wow, this is incredible. And there are some coffee places I've gone that are really good.
Yeah, you were like really infatuated with that. Was it in Nashville?
Yeah, they had an espresso in the hotel. I didn't want to leave.
No, you went to you had the pour over.
Oh yeah.
You had the pour over at the coffee
fantastic.
shop.
That was so soothing.
Now look, the pour overs are fantastic. They just take a minute.
I could walk from Campbell's Place to that place, and they would do the little pour over thing, and it was just kind of calm, quiet.
Are you an
soothing.
afternoon coffee guy at all? Or has it got to be the morning?
Oh, I mean, so I love coffee in the afternoon, but I've hit that age where you pay for it.
Is it really?
A little bit.
Caffeine gets you?
Yeah, where you're still sitting there. Like if Ole Miss is playing a night game, and I know you and I are going to be doing a show at 1 a.m.
No, that's a different deal.
Yeah, I'm going to have a coffee at 4 p.m. for sure.
I'll open a rain at like 4 and go ahead and.
It's where you almost sort of surrender.
Yeah, you settle in.
You sort of you pay for it the next day.
No, I will agree. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but GJG says an espresso saved us a lot of money. It will if you've been going to Starbucks every day. I mean, it's cheaper than that. So,
of course.
Yes, it's going to.
If you're dropping $9 a day on coffee, then you're going to save money by doing most anything.
We'll go to break in a second and talk football. Bradley Gilbert say when I would play Old Waverly or Mossy Oak. It depends what you're trying to do. I personally like Mossy Oak because it's different. It's just going to give you something that you don't see every day. It's not your traditional course. However, Waverly's typically in better shape. It's got its reputation for a reason. It's really well done. It's not going to beat you up. You can get around it easily. It's a very enjoyable day. But if you're playing a ton of traditional country club courses, Mossy Oak's going to give you something different and kind of change your perspective for a day. So if you only get one round, I think I would choose Mossy Oak, even though it's a very unpopular opinion. Most people are dedicated to the one that's more known, but just my take.
Okay,
just different. So anyway, yeah, Dab and Mayo. We can talk about Will Levis with his perfume or cologne or
did you
whatever.
see that? Sold out in like.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
By the way, shout out to Chance Campbell, former Ole Miss linebacker. When the Titans did this, hey, let's get the players' reaction to Will Levis's mayonnaise cologne, they chose Chance Campbell as one of them. I took that as a sign that maybe he's going to make the team.
Did they really? Yeah. That is true. You wouldn't do
He's
that.
had a really good preseason. He just has never been able to stay healthy.
Interesting.
So,
yeah.
Cheering for you, Chance.
Yeah. All right, we'll come back and talk about it. Podcast brought to you by G&M Pharmacy, 662-236-2222. They deliver locally in the Oxford area, and they offer medicine for your prescriptions the same day each month and take care of you. They also transfer your medications very easily. Do that with one phone call. They take care of the rest. Let them be your community pharmacy of choice. That's in Holly Springs with Tyson Drugs on the Square or on South Lamar in Oxford. That's G&M Pharmacy, 662-236-2222.
We're brought to you by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating, different names, same great people, products, and services. If you live in Oxford, Batesville, Tupelo, or the surrounding area, call our friends at Comer, 662-801-1777. If you live in Hernando, Memphis, or the surrounding area, call Southern, 662-429-4429. Brought to you by Window Hero. From window cleaning to pressure washing, gutter cleaning, gutter guards, and anything in between, Window Hero has the experience, equipment, and expertise to make your property look and feel brand new. If you're in North Mississippi, Let Window Hero make your home or business's exterior look amazing. Their experts are fully bonded and insured. Window Hero provides specialized equipment, exclusive cleaning solutions, a satisfaction guarantee, and they can clean up to 4 stories on buildings. They've got locations in Oxford, Tupelo, Pontotoc, Holly Springs, New Albany, and more. Roby and Susan Allen are dedicated to helping Oxford and all of North Mississippi with their windows, gutters, and everything in between. So call Window Hero at 662-510-7077 to get an estimate. Learn more at windowhero.com. I've got a practice report up from Tuesday night that is brought to you by Southern Q Sauce Craft Barbecue Sauce. Southern Q Sauce is crafted by hand in small batches to capture that tangy, sweet, and smoky taste with just enough heat. The original recipe features the deep South flavors of apple cider vinegar, sweet brown sugar, tomato, and hickory. It's a blend of Tennessee, Mississippi, and the Carolinas with a sweet, smoky finish. Southern Q Sauce also has a variety of rubs from Old Faithful to Old Smoky, Honey Pecan, the Clucker, and the Longhorn. Whether you're a professional pitmaster or an occasional backyard chef, Southern Q Sauce has the sauces and rubs to have your friends and family coming back for more. Check it out for yourself. Go to southernqsauce.com. Use the discount code Rebel Grove for 15% off your order. Are you retiring soon? How long should you wait to take Social Security? What accounts should you pull from first? Are you already retired? Should you consider Roth conversions? These are just some of the questions that can only be answered with a personalized retirement income plan. Andrew Seago Wealth Management, specializes in helping folks just like you come up with their retirement game plan. Whether you meet at his office in Collierville or prefer Zoom from anywhere, schedule a free discovery meeting. See what they can do for you. It's rebelsretire.com.
Podcast also brought to you by Northeast Spark, NESPARC. They service people across rural communities. 2 packages, the Ignite, the 100 Mbps, or the Blaze. That is their 1 gig, their fastest option. Your hometown team bringing you world-class broadband. That's nespark.com. 662-238-3159. Phone service, parental controls, network security, and much more. So again, that's nespark.com. 662-238-3159. Probably blasphemy, and always have. I tell my dumb food takes. Everybody can make fun of me, even though I think everybody has them. You just don't think about them or publicly. I don't know that I've ever had a Dunkin' Donut. I've had coffee from there or food from there, but I'm not sure I've ever actually had a donut from Dunkin' Donuts. Or Dunkin' now. They dropped the donut.
It seems like I have.
Really?
I can't remember.
Yeah. I like donuts, but for whatever reason, I saw the message board has been very high on the blueberry donut from Connie's. I've heard that. It's now open. It's incredible. It is. That is true.
Carson has come back with a couple of Connie's reviews.
Really?
Very, very positive. Yeah.
Chicken and gravy biscuit.
I can't
blueberry
remember.
donut.
I try not to listen to that conversation too much. I find it to be absurdly unfair that he can eat like that and look like that.
Metabolism's a hell of a thing.
It also helps when you get out and you're running 4 miles. It takes me 45 minutes to run 4 miles. Takes him about 20 minutes to run 4 miles.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had one, just because Oxford has had a Dunkin' for a little while now, but in general, you're traveling or something, and I'm probably thinking more substance, like I need a biscuit, I need protein. I'm not thinking, let me go try the sprinkled donut that morning when I'm getting the coffee. So, yeah, I don't know, just one of those. And I'm not as big on cake donuts.
You prefer like the Krispy Kreme sort of donut.
There are really good cake donuts, but just in general, I prefer the more just traditional glazed donut.
Okay.
So that's fine.
Yeah, you're allowed.
Neither are bad.
No.
Again, that's what happens. Oh, God, Chase hates cake donuts. Not what I said. I said I simply prefer this.
No, that's not a weird food take. It's perfectly acceptable.
And that makes sense. Local places are typically going to be better in that category.
Or every category, as a rule. But sometimes you can't help but do a chain.
Good luck never.
Yeah, come on.
So I found this interesting yesterday. Andy Staples had Ralph Russo, the Associated Press, on his podcast and help him create a college football bracket that is most representative of what the last 10 years have been like. Let's put it that way. We have an AP poll now, and everybody was doing the, hey, here's what the top whatever teams. And the premise here was that Russo crunched the numbers and it created a formula to guide the guessing because of the last 10 years. How many of the top 5 teams have actually gotten in? How many of the top 10 teams have actually gotten in? Preseason poll to final poll.
Okay.
15, unranked, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And what they came out with is a lot of variance, probably more than I even realized. So, again, you can listen if you want. It's on Staples Podcast. But from the last 10 seasons, they determined the best way to guess the bracket is this. Choose 4 of the 5 teams ranked 1 through 5.
Mm-hmm.
Choose 2 of the 5 teams ranked 6 through 10.
Okay.
Choose 2 of the teams ranked 11 to 20.
Okay.
Choose 1 of the 5 teams ranked 20 to 25.
Okay.
And choose 3 unranked teams.
Really?
Over the last 10 years, that has been the most likely scenario. It's 4 from the top 5, 2 from 6 through 10, 2 from 11 through 20, 1 from 21 to 25, and 3 unranked.
The 3 is what surprises me. I would have guessed 2. I would have guessed, well, there'll be one group of 5 that's obviously unranked to start the season. And then there's going to be a surprise. There is going to be a surprise. There is going to be a team probably somewhere in that 25 to 35 range right now that is going to be significantly better than we thought it would be.
So in Andy and Ralph's process of trying to figure this out, they eliminated Texas out of the top 5 for their one team that they think does not make it from the top 5.
They're having a bad preseason.
They did lose that other running back, the freshman. So now they are down their number 1 and number 3 running backs for the season is currently where they are. As we said yesterday,
August
they are
the 14th.
Yeah. They are moving a wide receiver to running back to fill in with actual workable depth, not just, hey, we need another body, but somebody who might play per Orange Boys.
Yeah, that takes someone away from the receiver core.
It does.
Yeah.
So then he had to choose 2 from 6 through 10. He says number 7 Notre Dame might need to go 11-1 against the schedule to make the CFP. So a 10-2 season with Fighting Irish on the outside looking in seems possible. If Penn State's offense doesn't get better, the Nittany Lions could find themselves left out of the bracket. Number 9, Michigan has a new coach and an overhaul offense with a quarterback competition that hasn't been decided. So it's possible the Wolverines don't make the cut. That leaves number 6, Ole Miss, which returned a ton of skill position talent and beefed up on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Also leaves number 10, Florida State, which still looks like the best program in the ACC. So let's load those 2 into the playoff bracket.
Agreed.
Got no problems there.
No, very sound logic.
Choosing 2 from the next 10 proved trickier.
So the first 4, we've got Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, and Alabama?
That is correct,
okay.
Yes. In that order. 1, 2, 5, 6 seeds because you have to have conference champions in the 3-4 spots. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
So Florida State in this case would be 3 or 4.
They would be 3. They are 3 here. Ole Miss is 7 because of the way this is structured at this point.
Okay.
Then after that, he had to figure out who's coming from the next round, and he ended up on number 8, Tennessee, and number 9, Oklahoma for his picks.
Okay.
He says he chose number 15, Tennessee, because he had the Volunteers in his original bracket projection. Other choice was trickier. Says that if Texas didn't make it, how did that happen? So almost any plausible explanation would include a second consecutive loss to Oklahoma. And if the Sooners went 10-2 or better against a loaded schedule, they'd be in. So he chose Oklahoma. The problem here, he falls
Oklahoma plays Tennessee.
That's the problem. He can't have. That's where and look, we're just having fun. I'm making a point about the AP
This
poll.
is not fun. This is serious business. We're deciding what's going to happen
I'm making
on August
fun.
the 14th.
We're pointing out the AP poll part of this, but where Staples has run into a problem is you cannot put Ole Miss, Tennessee, and Oklahoma all in the playoff.
No, because
they play each other.
Oklahoma plays Tennessee and Ole Miss.
Yes,
Tennessee and Norman. Ole Miss obviously in Oxford. Tennessee.
Yeah.
I mean, Oklahoma's schedule
compared to Texas's schedule too.
If Oklahoma goes 10-2, let's try to get Oklahoma to 10-2. All right, here's our goal. And I know I'm sabotaging your.
No, you're good. Here. Yeah.
But we got time. All right, Temple 1-0, Houston 2-0, Tulane 3-0. You want to put Tennessee to the side for a minute? It's at home. SEC at first game. Let's go. Momentum just turns Norman into wild and they win 4-0.
Okay.
At Auburn.
They got to win that in this scenario.
In this scenario, they beat Texas.
Yes.
in the Cotton Bowl.
So they're 6-0.
6-0. South Carolina at home.
7-0.
Ooh, that game in Oxford suddenly gets big. They're 7-0. But let's give them an L in Oxford. So 7-1.
Hold on real quick. I mean, I think Oklahoma's losing before this because, I'm not high on Arnold this year compared to next year. 7-0 Oklahoma against potentially 7-0 Ole Miss.
Yeah. I know. It's one of the sneak.
Wow.
You do that, and I'm like, I'm not that. This would, if the football gods came down, and so I think this is a difference in us.
Mm-hmm.
If the football gods came down right now and said Oklahoma's 7-0 when they come to Oxford, I think you'd be like, wow, really?
I think they're 5-2,
and I'd be like, oh, I can see it.
Yeah, I think they're 5-2.
They're really good on defense. Like talking to football people,
yeah, sure.
Not Oklahoma people, but football people. They're like, Oklahoma defensively now, they could be really good.
That Oklahoma-Tennessee game is really interesting.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's a fascinating game.
It's a huge game, too. It's the Heupel thing.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's first SEC game.
That's a really good game.
Norman will be crazy.
10-2 is hard. I just don't know.
All right, well, so we'll give them a loss in Oxford, so 7-1. We're trying to do this for the purpose of this analogy.
Sure.
They beat Maine. That's 8-1. Their finish is at Missouri, a weekend off, Alabama at home, and at LSU.
Dude.
So my point is, if they got to 10-2, they would be an incredibly deserving playoff team.
Hell, I'd give them the 5 seed.
Yeah, well, they'd be in the mix for it for sure.
But that easily could go. You could be a really good football team and go 7-5.
It was one of my mailbag questions.
Be a really good football team.
One of my mailbag questions was variance. Which teams in the league have the most variance? And they're way up there. I settled on Texas A&M as the team with the most variance.
It's fair.
I kind of went through it in alphabetical order.
Wow.
But yeah. Okay. Anyway, go back to your exercise. I screwed it up.
No, you're good.
So I interrupted as usual.
Think Tennessee and Oklahoma can both get in, but whatever for the moment.
Okay.
He picks number 10 Iowa to get in.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's do it.
Says if Iowa's offense is remotely functional, the Hawkeyes could go 10-2 or 11-1 and might get into the Big Ten title game, so that would get them into the spot.
Well, Tyler and I did this the other day. If you look at Iowa's schedule,
it's pretty soft.
If they're average on offense, they're 10-2.
Iowa average? Or average in general?
Just even Iowa average. Look, if they'd been Iowa average a year ago, they'd have won 10 or 11 games. It turns into the joke because last year we made the big joke of the offense and stuff, but the defense was elite across the board.
So he needs a Big 12 champ, a Group of 5 champ, and then an at-large. He actually chose 2 Big 12 teams getting in. He says, let's say KJ Jefferson turns out to be a creative quarterback of Gus Malzahn's dreams and UCF wins the Big 12. Now let's retcon another previous choice and say one of the 3 reasons Penn State didn't make the CFP is because the Lions lost at West Virginia in Week 1. UCF with losses to Florida and West Virginia and beats the Mountaineers in the rematch. West Virginia with a second loss at Oklahoma State or Arkansas slides into the final at-large spot. So he actually has the Big 12 with 2.
Okay.
In this scenario. And it's where you get into these SEC teams have to beat each other. So
well, they're going
it just becomes can a Big 12 team go 10-2 and go, well, we have a resume, maybe. And you just kind of see what happens at that point. Okay. And then he says, had no idea who should get the Group of 5 spot, so many variables. He chose Appalachian State because if the Mountaineers make it, it means they handed Liberty its only loss and maybe beat Clemson in winning the Sun Belt. So UCF, West Virginia, App State to close. So a bracket in this scenario would be first-round games. It would be Tennessee hosting Oklahoma in a first-round game. So a rematch there in that game. The winner of that game would get the Georgia Bulldogs. So Tennessee or Oklahoma would play Georgia in this bracket.
Wow.
Oregon would host Appalachian State in a first-round game. So for second year in a row, Oregon would get the Group of 5 game.
But okay.
Well, Oregon would be in the catbird. They would then go on the road to UCF in the second round. Because the way the Big 12. This 5 seed.
Oh, it may be the way to go.
I know most college football traditionalists go, no, you never play more games. But I can beat Appalachian State and UCF and get to the semis, or I got to beat Georgia.
Oh, yeah. Sign me up.
I'll beat those 2.
Yeah, sign me up.
I'll risk the quarterback getting an ACL tear that week. I mean, it just is what it is.
Agreed. Yeah.
Alabama hosting West Virginia in a first-round game.
Okay.
The 6-11 has a chance to be a weird game because of that ACC Big 12 second team thing.
Yeah, and this is where people, the purists, are going to come criticize.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to go, the 11 has no chance to win the national title. I'm like, okay, but that doesn't stop you in college basketball.
No.
Because the 11 has no real chance to win the national title in college basketball either, and yet everyone watches.
You're still curious if they make the 6.
Yeah, we're just still locked in.
They have a Sweet 16 game against the 3, and you're in.
Yeah.
Or 32 to get to the 16. Florida State would be waiting on the winner of this game.
Okay.
It's the 3 seed, and then the Iowa-Ole Miss game in Oxford, the winner would go to Columbus, Ohio to play Ohio State.
Okay, you'll have to cover that game because I'll be sitting in the Iowa section. I'm kidding.
So Ole Miss could go through Iowa and Quinshon Judkins to get to a semifinal.
Oh, sign me up for the Ole Miss Ohio State quarterfinal game this year. Just please. Right there. Pick a vein.
I mean, look, I'll be honest. If I would get a create my world option, that might be where I go.
Oh, I mean, literally.
I think that might be where I would
head. Find a vein. Any whatever. Put them in all the veins. People would be in meltdown mode
that whole week.
Can you imagine, like, late in that game's 3rd and 1.5 for Ohio State,
and he's getting
and 4's back there? I'd be sitting up there going, oh, can't stand up right now. Nope.
Everyone's heart in their throat is for that, like, it's like the car crash, that quarter of a second when you see Princely coming in from the side and Judkins coming, and you go, here we go. One play. Here we go. Who's got it?
I would just be watching. Like, people always say they like to people watch.
Yeah.
I would be people watching. Just that would be a blast.
It really would.
I mean,
the content around all that. I mean, Ole Miss hosting Iowa, and you do the whole thing of, hey, Iowa's really good defense. Can you score 17 points?
Yeah.
Can you just get to 17 and win the game?
Can you avoid the mistake, right?
Yeah. Don't give them a pick 6. Don't fumble on your
But the environment,
13.
The environments for those on-campus games
awesome.
is going to be really cool.
It's the best part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
That first weekend,
like,
home
even if
crowd
you flipped
game.
it and it was Ole Miss at Iowa,
Yeah.
that would be a remarkable environment for that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, using the AP poll history as evidence, that's...
So our quarterfinals, if everything sort of went by chalk, would be...
In the actual AP poll right now?
No, in that bracket.
Tennessee at hosting Oklahoma. App State at Oregon.
No, what was the next round?
Oh, sorry. Georgia, Tennessee.
In Athens.
God,
can you imagine that?
UCF, Oregon, and Orlando.
Okay.
Florida State, Alabama, and Tallahassee.
Whew.
And Ole Miss at Ohio State.
Now, the quarters will be at both sites, right?
Yeah, sorry. So you're right. Yeah. Sorry, both sites.
They should do it on campus because holy shit.
Yeah, you should have one more campus round.
Yeah.
And then, you're right. Sorry.
So those would be
the Orange Bowl or the Sugar Bowl or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, the ratings for that day would be off the charts. It would be NFL playoff ratings. They would get NFL wild card round, divisional playoff round ratings.
They would.
I think.
You think it'd be that? Yeah.
Yeah, they're not getting Super Bowl ratings because nothing does.
Yeah, that's not. Because you're not getting the pomp and the other stuff.
Well, no, I mean...
In addition to every other reason. I mean, there's 10.
I mean, there's gazillions of people who otherwise don't watch football who watch the Super Bowl. Those people probably aren't watching the national quarterfinals. They just probably aren't. So, I mean, that's not a criticism. Not just the NFL is such the king that you don't get their
It's not
number.
how that works.
But you might get their playoff numbers.
Yeah.
Like wild card round numbers, which
Maybe.
are massive numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's interesting. We'll look at SP Plus in a second. First, podcast brought to you by the Ole Miss Athletics Foundation. Had a great 2023-2024 with the foundation, and none of that's possible without you, the fans. Fall sports right around the corner. Can't wait to see you back on campus soon. 2024 men's and women's basketball season ticket and donation renewal deadline. That's coming up August 31st, so just 2.5 weeks away on that one. If you want to get priority points up before seat or parking selections, call the foundation 662-915-7159. For further information, visit give2athletics.com. That's GIVETO athletics.com.
We're brought to you by Grenada Home Center. They've got paints by Benjamin Moore, Pittsburgh Paints, Farrell, Calhoun, flooring of any and all types, stone countertops, whether you're looking for granite, quartz, or anything else. They've got window treatments from plantation shutters to whatever else suits your fancy. It's Grenada Home Center, 1301 Sunset Drive, Suite H in Grenada. Call them at 662-226-3127. Arnett's Fine Jewelry is a fourth-generation jeweler located in the old Lamons Jewelry Building on North Lamar Avenue in Oxford. They offer expert jewelry repair, diamond engagement rings, wedding bands, stackable diamonds, and much more. They offer super gifts for many occasions, such as birthdays, graduation, anniversary gifts. They can help you find that perfect Christmas gift as well. At Arnett's, they want to be your jeweler. The College Corner is the place to go to get all of your Ole Miss gear for the coming season. At two locations in the Jackson area, one in Oxford, right off of Sisk Avenue in the Oxford Commons. 4,000 square feet of the best Rebel gear. They plenty of parking. They'll get you in and out, ready for the Grove in no time. You can also check them out online, collegecornerstore.com. Blue Sky Live also presented in part by Wonderbird Spirits, Mississippi's only gin distillery. Wonderbird Spirits is located on Old Taylor Road between Oxford and Taylor, just minutes from the square. Wonderbird boasts a newly expanded 7,500 square foot state-of-the-art distillery operation on 20 acres of magnificent Mississippi farmland. Rentals for football game weekends have gone on sale, are very limited. Wonderbird can accommodate private parties of various sizes, and they offer a tasting room, grounds, bathroom, and a catering room on site as part of their packages. Wonderbird Spirits is a previous overall winner of Garden and Gun magazine's Made in the South Awards. They own multiple gold medals for their gins. Learn more at wonderbirdspirits.com or follow them on Instagram at wonderbirdspirits. For inquiries, please email info@wonderbirdspirits.com or call 662-205-0779. Call Argent Welts 401k Advisory Services team today, and they'll conduct a complimentary, no-obligation benchmarking and analysis of your current 401k plan. Mention that you heard about Argent Wealth on Blue Sky Live, MPW Digital. You'll get 10% off your first year's fees. And we're brought to you by John Edwards, Regency Travel Incorporated in Memphis. If you're thinking about traveling, whether it's domestic, international, especially these days, you want to make sure that you're dealing with someone who knows everything that's going on in different parts of the world, different parts of the country, where the best deals are. If you want to make a trip one that creates a lifetime of unique memories, get in touch with John. Give him a budget. Give him some options. Give him some parameters. He's going to come up with a lot of different potential plans for you that you're going to have a difficult time finding on your own. 901-494-3387 or send him an email at jedwards@regencytravel.net.
So let's see. Trying to read one thing real quick. All right. Let's see. Going into the SP Plus, I thought this was interesting because we looked at the Fox Sport guys rankings yesterday and where that was sitting. This is SP Plus, which you guys are all pretty familiar with by now. This is Bill Connolly's vehicle. Just for a little bit of a rehash to this. This is his final projections for the 2024 season. He's tinkered with them a few times. They're based on three primary factors: returning production, which is final rankings, for which you can find at the bottom of the article on ESPN.com, recent recruiting and recent history, and then how good have you been recently? Who do you have coming back? How good are the players replacing those you don't have coming back? That's loosely what they ask when setting expectations for a team. They throw it into the formula. It's a tempo and opponent adjusted measure of college football efficiency, a predictive measure of the most sustainable and predictable aspects of football, not a resume ranking. And along those same lines, the projections aren't intended to be a guess at what the AP Top 25 is each week. Ole Miss sitting at number 8 in this.
Okay.
Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Alabama, Texas, Penn State, Michigan, Michigan, Ole Miss, the top 8. Notre Dame 9, LSU at 10. Ole Miss number 6 on offense, number 16 on defense, and number 26 on special teams.
Boy, I think if you offered Ole Miss 6 on offense and 16 on defense right now, they would jump.
Oh, they would. I mean, whatever you would like. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a deal. 16 on defense. Talk about a rise in 2 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Georgia 3 on offense, 5 on defense. Ohio State 25 on offense, 2 on defense. Oregon 1 on offense, 15 on defense.
Okay.
If Oregon's 15 on defense,
They're
really good.
Yeah.
Bama 7 and 8, and number 2 on special teams.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of people that are doing this sleeping on Bama thing. The computers like Bama.
Texas 4, 12, 17 for their 3.
Yeah. It's a very talented roster.
Michigan 41 on offense is kind of the outlier here.
Yeah, Michigan is one of the teams that I'm kind of punting on.
Now they're 3 on defense, but 41 on offense.
I mean, they did win a national title. They just lost a lot.
Notre Dame 10, 9, and 53. LSU 2 on offense. It's interesting. I didn't see that coming.
Well, I kind of did. They might have the best offensive line in the sport.
Mm-hmm.
The quarterback's good. He's not Jaden Daniels, but he's good.
And now LSU 38 on defense, which for them would be a huge jump.
Oh, I think if you offered Brian Kelly 2 and 38, he'd take it.
Yeah. Now they're 83 on special teams. They suck.
Right.
Missouri 8, 19, 45. Looking at SEC teams. Oklahoma 17, 13, 95. So kind of right there. A&M 11, 24, 73. Tennessee 14, 20, 52.
Where's Kentucky?
This is what was interesting. That's what I was getting at. So opponents on Ole Miss's schedule. Georgia at 1. We talked about that. LSU at 10.
Yeah.
Oklahoma at 13.
Mm-hmm.
Other SEC teams, A&M at 14, Tennessee at 15, Missouri at 11. Kentucky 22.
Yeah.
22.
Yes.
28 on offense, 31 on defense, 39 on special teams.
2 straight computer programs that kind of put them there.
Higher than Iowa, by the way, on total. Florida at 23.
Yeah.
Florida 18, 41, 9.
Yeah, I know.
So 41 defensively is whatever, but
we do this thing with Florida.
It's schedule related.
Yes,
though.
the media, look at their schedule and go, that's a bunch of losses. And we just all of a sudden go, they suck. And it might not work like that. Where's
Auburn 25, 38, 25, 27.
Okay.
I'm scrolling. South Carolina 35, which still's good. That's not bad.
It's higher than most computers have them.
59, 30, and 12.
Okay.
On that. Arkansas 44, 39, 53, 6. 6? Wow. Special teams. UCF at 45, by the way.
Yeah.
Winning the Big 12. But you're counting on Jefferson and a Malzahn offense just looking like a dynamo. Yeah. That would be what you're counting on.
He'll have to play a lot better than he played a year ago. He was poor last year as a quarterback.
Liberty at 48, which is a team you very likely could get in that 5-12 game. Because it's highly possible they don't lose. Mississippi State 55, 67, 52, 50.
Mm-hmm.
Where you get into problems there if your state is you're not good at anything to pick up the other side. Like just average does not win.
Well, no, not
because you have nothing.
Not in this league this year.
I mean, look how far down they are compared to everybody else. Yeah. And I mean, even some of those teams have a 14 with their 61 that they can kind of. I mean, Ole Miss has been there in the past. With the offense was really good, the defense was just hold the hell on and see what happens.
I mean, look at that. Kentucky's 22 in that, and they're an afterthought. Mm-hmm. That tells you a lot.
Yeah. Colorado at 60. Speaking of our boy Dion. 32, 174.
Oh, yeah. Where's ULM down at the bottom again?
I would assume. Tulane at 65. Troy at 64. Michigan State at 71. They must really suck.
Yeah.
Year one under Jonathan Smith.
It's been a fall.
It's been a fall.
A precipitous fall.
I guess is Indiana the worst team? Vanderbilt 89. Indiana's 81. I'll see if there's any other Power 4, but probably not. So Vanderbilt is listed as the worst Power 4 team in the country.
It's fair.
Ole Miss does. I mean, you're going to miss Vanderbilt. They're gone.
Yeah,
not a thing anymore.
But you missed Texas, Alabama, Auburn,
A&M.
I mean,
Tennessee.
You caught some
Missouri.
You caught some schedule breaks.
A lot of guys you don't play. ULM is dead last. They are 127, 127, 115 are their three ranks.
So special teams is going to be our calling card.
It is,
Good
yes.
for us.
That is 100%.
We're probably going to punt a lot.
The worst offense in the country is Akron. And the worst defense in the country is... God, it might be somebody who actually has somewhat of a pulse on offense. Where is 134? North Texas is ranked 105 overall because their offense is 47 and their defense is 133.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then who's 134? Okay, UAB. So UAB has the 42nd best offense, respectable.
Yeah.
And the 134th defense.
Oh. There you go.
So a group of five version of what Ole Miss has dealt with at times in the past when the eyes couldn't get in the right place. Just couldn't get those fits.
Yeah.
I actually sort of, looking back, respect Wesley McGriff because what the hell is he supposed to say?
We suck.
Yeah, you get asked the same question. You go,
I stopped asking in week 4. I had no more questions. What's there to ask?
Yeah, I think I'm buying Michigan State overall. I mean, Smith's going to do a good job. I'm not selling on them down road, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm talking about now.
No, I know. Yeah. They're going to be all right.
They're going to be a debt to pay this year.
It's not going to be pretty. Speaking of, is Deion going to be this level of jerk all season? Is that what we're dealing with here?
As opposed to previous years when he was charming?
It's even worse. It's worse.
Well, he's getting older. Getting angrier.
And settling in that. Because, what's next?
Well, I mean, the Tyler Siskey hot take on McCready and Siskey, hot take number 1 was that this was his last year at Colorado. This is it.
To go somewhere else?
Just period.
Because, what would it actually take for him to parlay that into a better job?
Who's hiring him? I mean, again, we can do this song and dance. If you're South Carolina, Florida, Arkansas, I'm looking potential SEC openings. Vanderbilt, you're not hiring Deion Sanders. Because someone in the room is raising his hand going, are we stupid?
Yeah. You go, come on, guys.
I mean, really? Because it's going to take how many million to hire him? Okay, if we have that many million, let's go get a good coach. I mean, I could name 15 people just off the top of my head that would make infinitely more sense at any of those programs than Sanders. I mean, if you're just throwing money at it, I can name, good God.
Yeah, sure.
And please don't tell me no one's taking the South Carolina job. No one's taking the Arkansas. Yes, if you're offering $8 million a year, the hell they're not. Of course they are. Somebody who's making 1 point something, you offer them 8.2. Yeah, they're gone. Okay, They're taking the job and they're putting on the Gamecock or the Razorback or whatever and off to the races. Of course. You just don't hire. No, Deion's he's really hurt himself. And he didn't win. I mean, he took a team that was 1-7 in the pack.
They went, 4-8?
Yeah, but they went 1-7 in the pack.
Okay.
I mean, wow.
They scared TCU.
Well, didn't they beat TCU?
Oh, they beat them?
Yeah, they beat TCU in the opener, and it got all this momentum that.
And they had that big comeback against Colorado State, maybe?
Maybe so. Okay.
They
media
taunted Arizona State when they beat them.
The media desperately wanted them to win. And so it became this big story. And then by the end of the year, they weren't very good. Yeah, I mean, Grind makes a great point. This is my point.
Uh-huh.
Georgia Tech hired Brent Key. Nowhere near as sexy of a hire. I'm sure that Mrs. Key disagrees, but nowhere near, I mean, he didn't get the headlines and the splash. Yeah, whose program's in better shape today?
Mm-hmm. That was Tech.
You mean how many solid Brent Key type guys there are? I'm not criticizing Brent Key, by the way. He's done a great job at Georgia Tech. I thought they were a very well-coached team last year. That's the point. You could go get a Brent Key for less than what it would cost to hire Deion Sanders. And no, you're not going to get the headlines, and Pete Thamel and Pat Forty aren't going to come and make a big production of your hiring.
Mm-hmm.
But the day after the press conference, you better have somebody who's ready to get to work.
Let's play our game for the day. I guess I'll give one away in honor of the birthday I mentioned earlier. So 9 players in basketball history have won an NBA title, an NBA MVP, an NBA Finals MVP, and an Olympic gold medal. How many can you name? 9.
Tell me the 4 things again.
NBA title.
Okay.
NBA MVP.
Finals MVP.
And
Olympic gold
medal.
Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan.
That is 2.
Kevin Durant.
That's 3.
Steph Curry.
That is 4. On a roll.
Yeah.
I think I would have gotten 8 of 9. Maybe 7 of 9, but I think 8 of
9. Larry Bird.
That's correct. Missing 3 ones you definitely should get, and then 1 kind of not off the tip of your tongue.
Why am I having so much trouble with this right now? We were talking college football for an hour, and then all of a sudden it's NBA.
Yeah.
Brain quiz. I'm kind of go through MVPs in my mind.
No, you're good. I mean, the big cheat code here is that they're all.
Are these all Americans, by the way?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I didn't know whether we were doing like a trick quiz with like Dirk. Did Dirk ever win an MVP? I know he won a Finals MVP. Yeah, he won an MVP.
He's not on this list.
Okay.
He does not have a gold medal.
Yeah, Germany never won the basketball whole deal. Dirk had a hell of a career, though. All right, all-time greats. Stop.
Yeah.
Quit overthinking.
Quit overthinking it. Seriously.
Kobe.
That is correct. Yes. Pair him up.
Shaq.
Correct. Yes.
Dwayne Wade.
Nope. But you did forget a pretty prominent one here, Chief.
LeBron.
That's correct. You're missing 1.
Okay. God, how do you forget LeBron?
Yeah,
Jesus.
I was about to say. Because it's kind of hard to do if you're not writing them down or looking at it.
Yeah.
1 more.
1 more.
He won his gold medal in 96.
Okay. NBA MVP,
That's
Finals
correct.
MVP,
Mm-hmm.
gold medal.
Mm-hmm. So think about what it would take to win a Finals MVP in that era.
You need Magic to, you needed Michael to go away.
Mm-hmm.
Hakeem?
That's correct. Hakeem Olajuwon is number 9.
See, I was tricking myself because I was going Nigeria, whatever.
He was Nigerian American. He was on the 96 team.
I forgot that he played. See, I should have gotten that. I'm mad at myself because
Steph, Michael, Larry, Magic, Hakeem, Durant, LeBron, Shaq, Kobe.
That's rarefied air right there, boy.
That's your 9.
See, I think Hakeem Olajuwon is maybe the most underrated basketball player of all time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Career 21-11 guy. Career.
Yeah.
Average 21-11. And really 22-11 because it was 21.9.
He played on the same college basketball team with Clyde Drexler. Think about that.
2-time NBA champion, 2-time Finals MVP, 12-time All-Star, 6-time first-team All-NBA, 3-time second-team All-NBA, 3-time third-team All-NBA, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, 5-time NBA All-Defense Team, 4-time All-Defense Second Team, Rookie Team, led in rebounds twice, led in blocks 3 times. It's a lot there.
Oh, no, he had a fantastic career.
NCAA Final Four Most Outstanding Player in 83.
Yeah.
He won the thing even though.
And then they won the title the next year, right?
Did he? I don't know.
I don't know.
NCAA Rebounding Leader in 84. Texas Sports Hall of Fame, Houston Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Rockets retired, Basketball Hall of Fame.
I would think so, yeah.
All those things.
Well, what a list of players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 96.
Wow. It's a hell of a list.
I mean, that 96 NBA team was still, the Olympics team was still pretty good, too. They get overshadowed by the 92 team.
Yeah, as a rule.
Yeah.
As a rule.
They were all right.
If you take the 12 best American players and put them on one team, it's going to be a good team. As a general. I mean, the Tyrese Halliburton stuff over the weekend.
Do you know that when Olajuwon was young, he was a goalie? He played soccer and was a goaltender.
Did you ever watch his feet when he played in the NBA?
Yeah, he said that that's what he credits to, is that he was actually like prominently a soccer player growing up.
He was an amazing athlete.
He did not play basketball at all until 15 years old.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, his feet were incredible.
Mm-hmm. So there you go.
How about that? That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Good little quiz.
Prime Shrimp, primeshrimp.com. A lot of flavors available for you. They got their soy ginger option. It's their most recent option, but they got New Orleans style barbecue. It's their best seller. The signature is one of my favorites. Again, it's freezer to plate in fewer than 10 minutes. They deliver directly to your door for restaurant quality shrimp from the New Orleans based company. Will also save you a little money in the process. Buy 5 pouches or more and use code RG. You get 25% off. So with kids activities, school going on, a lot of stuff. Let dinner be easy tonight. You can do that with them getting it directly to your door. And again, use code RG for 25% off with primeshrimp.com.
Get the beautiful, healthy smile you deserve at Corinth Dental. Dr. Bubba McQueen, Dr. Jenny Beth Hendrick are devoted to restoring and enhancing the natural beauty of your smile using conservative, state-of-the-art procedures that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. From routine checkups to advanced treatment, including implants and Invisalign, Corinth Dental is here to help you achieve your smile goals. So schedule your appointment today. Take the first step toward a better version of yourself. It's corinthdental.com. Are you a displaced corporate executive wanting to put your career in your own hands? Are you an experienced entrepreneur wanting to diversify? Either way, Andy Ludicky can help. He is a longtime Rivals board member. He owns multiple franchises and businesses. He uses his expertise to help others find their American dream through a very thorough and free consultation process. So call Andy, put your life and your career in your own hands. It's 100% free. You've got nothing to lose. Find your perfect franchise at myperfectfranchise.net. You can email Andy at myperfectfranchise.net, or you can call his cell, 404-973-9901. And the mailbag is up at rebelgrove.com. Actually got it done early today, which is a miracle. It's brought to you by Art Hayes, Sotheby's International Realty. Are you thinking of making a move? Put the power of Sotheby's to work for you. As a licensed agent with Sotheby's International Realty and a supporter of all things Ole Miss, Art can help you buy or sell in your hometown or anywhere in the world at no charge to you. Seriously. So call and ask Art how. 612-805-5929 or email Art at Arthur, ARTHUR .Hayes, HAYS at lakesmn.com.
So what we referenced earlier in the show is, Will Levis, the Tennessee Titans 25-year-old quarterback, formerly of Kentucky. He made a lot of stirs talking about how he put a spoonful of mayo in his morning coffee each morning. That was one of his things.
Yeah.
So he has partnered with Hellman's. Shouldn't be a surprise. They're teaming up to produce what may come as a shock to some. They've concocted the unique fragrance dubbed Will Levis's number 8 Parfum de Mayonnaise, affectionately named after his jersey number. Supply is limited, they say. WillLevis8.com apparently is the website for for this.
Apparently, they sold out in an hour.
It boasts 6 fragrance notes: tart lemon, mayonnaise accord, parsley, coffee undertones, musk, and creamy vanilla. Yeah, going for a 30 milliliter bottle, going for $8. It did. It sold out swiftly, but they are restocking by 9 a.m. Apparently, is what I have been told. It's a good gimmick. It's an easy way to make a little cash, and
I
it's
give
whatever.
him
Sure.
I give him a ton of credit for steering into it. The commercial is hilarious.
What is mayonnaise? I mean, there is a mayonnaise smell.
Well, he refers to it as eggy.
Eggy. Okay.
Have you seen the commercial?
No, I have
The
not
commercial's
seen this.
fantastic.
Okay.
It steers into like the perfume commercials where everything's kind of dreamy and
Fabio kind of stuff.
Yeah, coming out of the fog, and I mean it was incredibly well done. It was very funny, and he
knows its place.
Well, and he did a fantastic job of making fun of himself in it, which makes it very good.
Did you know that the Guardians have the best record in baseball?
I did.
I was not aware of that until this morning when The Athletic told me that.
Yeah, they've had a really interesting year.
22 over 500.
One of the better organizations in baseball.
They are.
That's part of it is they just are stocked with really good players. They make very smart transactions. They draft well. They're very disciplined.
We're easily in the final third of the season, and it's Yankees, Guardians, Astros, your division leaders in the AL, Phillies, Brewers, Dodgers in the NL, and then in contention, Orioles, Twins, Royals, Red Sox, Mariners, and then Diamondbacks, Padres, Braves, Mets, Giants, Cardinals, Reds, and sort of the Cubs.
Nah.
I think the Braves missed the playoffs. Talked about yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. J.J. McCarthy, surgery, meniscus. He's out for a little while with the Vikings.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can give him some tips.
Got a little knee. I bet he recovers faster.
I freaking hope so.
I bet he's back. Before you would be back on the football field.
Yeah. No. Jeez, no.
Jamar Chase is holding out. Still trying to negotiate a long-term deal with the team. Cincinnati coach Zach Taylor called it day-to-day. Everything, yes. Yeah. We'll see where it goes.
I mean, who among us isn't?
Yes. And Jim Harbaugh has canceled his appearance at Michigan's opener. He was supposed to be the honorary captain for the game.
Oh, why?
He has said that he is backing out to focus on the Chargers at this point. He should have showed up. He should have shown up.
100%.
Yes. His parents are stepping in for him.
Well, good for them.
For the day.
I mean, come on.
Jordan Alvarez of the Astros broke the Rays scoreboard with a batting practice home run yesterday.
I can see that. I mean,
this is an occupational hazard, isn't it?
Those people hit balls.
It's it's worth watching batting practice just to see what some of this looks and sounds like.
To see what the elite players
sound, frankly.
Yes.
It's not even look, sound.
No, I told you, I watched Nolan Arenado years ago take BP at Wrigley, and the sound was scary.
It sounded different than everyone else.
It sounded like gunshots.
Yeah.
Like cannon fodder is what it sounded like. It was, I mean, literally, it was kind of frightening.
Got a EPL coming back on Friday.
Yeah.
Pumped up, excited.
Very much.
Who are the best teams?
I mean, it's Man City and Arsenal and
normal.
Yeah, but I mean, the league's fun. I've told you. I mean, I can turn. I do typically turn English Premier League into a really good warm up for a day of football.
Yeah, that morning and
yeah, I've told you Sunday morning I'll come in here, turn on a game, and start on 10 Thoughts. And my goal is to get done by halftime of the NFL first games.
For anyone who's trying to get into the EPL, the Athletics has a pretty fun article on ranking the kits, the uniforms for the year. Oh. And so you can pick your team you might want to follow just simply based off what they look like if you don't know anything else.
Who do they have at the top?
Let's see. They have Chelsea dead last.
Yeah, Carson.
On their new kits.
Carson hates their new kit. He's so pissed off about it.
I mean, it literally starts with Sweet Fancy Moses talking about it's like got weird almost like outer space patterns on them or something. They're awful. They're not even the right color for what I know Chelsea has.
He's furious.
All right, so 20-1.
I mean, if you could have heard his reaction to that kit.
So he's not going to buy it.
Oh, God, no. He was like, I do not want that as a gift.
Okay.
I do not want that as a gift. Do not.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, cool. It's all good. He goes, I will not wear it.
Yeah, it says it's the sort of jersey that would exist if there were football teams in the sci-fi action film Tron. Was the way they described it. So 20-1, Chelsea, Southampton 19,
Okay.
the Wolves 18, Ipswich Town. Is that correct?
I think so.
Okay, 17. West Ham United 16. Those bastards.
Yeah, I know. I hate them so much.
Let's see, Man City 15.
Okay.
Down the list. Bournemouth 14.
These are uniform rankings?
These are uniform rankings.
Okay.
Yes, Man City is not ranked 15th in the
whoa,
EPL.
That's a hot take.
Bournemouth 14. Is it Brighton? Is that correct?
Brighton.
Okay. 13.
And it's Bournemouth, by the way.
Okay.
But okay.
Leicester City 12.
Yep.
Got that one right.
You did.
They did win a title. So do we call them titles? I know they won the table. Is that what we're going with?
No, they win a title.
Is it title?
Championship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man U 11. Fulham 10. Nottingham Forest 9. That's always fun.
I always kind of like Nottingham Forest.
They're fun.
Uniforms. Yeah. I like Forest.
Crystal Palace 8.
Yeah.
Everton 7.
Okay.
Very plain to me. I like the script, but otherwise.
Yeah. Okay.
Arsenal 6.
I kind of like Arsenal's uniforms, by the way.
Do you really?
I do.
Newcastle United 5.
Okay.
Brentford 4.
Okay. Oh, my boys have a shot here. We're in the top 3.
Brentford. Okay, and I know people can't see them and they have no freaking idea what they look like.
I'm about to pull it up.
Brentford is a little annoying me because they're not much different than one of the ones way down the list back at the beginning. And it's like, okay, how did you go 4 to 19 with something that looks very similar? It's kind of bugging me here a little bit.
All right, I'm looking for this story because I'm trying to find it.
Or you want to come join
Yeah,
now?
actually, I want to find the uniforms now.
Okay, here. I just sent you a link.
Okay. There it is. All right, ranking the Premier League home kits. Yeah, Chelsea's are awful. Where are we? We're at top 10 right now.
I mean, we were at 4, but scroll through. I mean, you can see what you think. It's fine.
I love Forest uniforms.
They're good.
I'm not as crazy about Crystal Palace. I don't like the alternating stripes.
Yeah.
Horizontal stripes.
My big issue when you get to it is 4, Brentford.
I'm actually a big fan of Everton's. That's nice. Very clean.
Okay, because again, go back up and everybody else, click the article or just give us a minute. You're an hour and a half in. 19 at Southampton. Go up there.
Okay.
How the hell do you have them at 19 and Brentford at 4?
Okay. Again, I'm not a favorite. I'm not of the candy cane striping. I don't like it, but I haven't gotten to 4 yet. So let's get to 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you because it's the same damn thing.
One can't be 19 and one be 4.
And frankly, I like the other logo better than the Hollywood Bets logo.
I do too.
All right. Aston Villa at 3 with a very clean, traditional look. Tottenham
2.
I do like Tottenham's.
It's good.
The sleeve is really good.
The sleeve is good, and their logo being right there is prominent enough on the chest that I see it and not just the AIA.
Yeah, I'm like, your boy might have to get him a jersey.
I actually think it's number 1. I like it better than Liverpool, who they have 1. And I don't know crap about any of this.
Yeah,
I think I have Tottenham 1.
I think Tottenham's 1. And I'm biased.
And I think I like Aston Villa more. I like those suits. They're good. Kits, whatever.
I think I have Tottenham 1, Everton 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then I have Nottingham Forest 3. Those are mine.
Okay.
And I like Fulham.
Okay. So go pick a team based
kinda
off
like
what
Leicester
they look
City's,
like. I mean,
kind of like Leicester City's kit.
I mean, again, you got to look at them, so you might as well pick one that is pleasing to your eye and go from.
I don't like Ipswich Town's kit.
Yeah, some of them are bad. Some are pretty rough.
And Wolves deserves to be better than 18. That's not bad.
No, it's okay. It's the black and gold that I think is getting punished for whatever reason.
We don't do that with the Steelers.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't like West Ham's.
I'll send this to Carson and piss him off real good.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to agree.
Oh, he'll just be mad about it.
He's not going to have any issues. So, All right, there's that. Look, this has been all over the message board. We didn't even talk about it. Deion Smith was not out at practice yesterday, so I don't know. We'll see tomorrow.
No, he was practicing yesterday. Remember?
Okay. Tomorrow we will give another update and see where.
If you say it every day, eventually it's right.
Well, that is true.
Like if I wake up today and go, "Hey, it's Christmas,"
it will eventually be correct.
There will eventually be a day that it will be Christmas,
and you'll go see.
See, I was right.
It's true. So,
how many days do you get to miss it before you're just wrong?
I mean, we're there now, but I don't know. One more. We'll see tomorrow. So we have
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Our next opportunities are tomorrow and Friday.
Yes.
We still hear soon. I mean, in all honesty, taking the joke out for a minute.
Christmas,
I do expect him to be eligible.
Christmas is sooner today than it was yesterday.
It's fair. So fair enough. All right.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Deion Smith will give you updates there, rebelgrove.com. In the meantime, Neal mentioned a mailbag, and we'll have more football coverage as well. Talk to you tomorrow.